Hello, I'm the Irish guy, and this week, everybody's brains have melted because the Premier League clubs have voted on whether or not there should be a ban on Premier League clubs being able to bring in loan signings from sister or feeder clubs. And guess what? The ban was rejected. It needed a 14-club majority vote, and 8 clubs rejected the ban. So, let me take a look at the Premier League clubs that do have associated foreign clubs attached to them, and just let me find one player from every one of those sister or feeder clubs who you should sign this season on loan as an annoying cheat code. Let's just go to a set everyone. Right, let's go. Arsenal, Colorado Rapids, Marco Ilic. Okay, I'll be honest. When compared to some of the other associated clubs in the list, Arsenal's ones are fairly pitiful when it comes to poaching talent. The Gunners are linked with MLS club Colorado Rapids, which is about as glamorous as that wart on your grandma's stomach. It's an American club that is younger than Justin Bieber. They did not qualify for the Western Conference playoffs this year, and all in all, have a squad that looks about as appetizing as a bucket of squirrel diarrhea. I mean, sure, technically the squad is filled with recognizable names like Michael Edwards, Luis Diaz, and weirdly, Calvin Harris. Arsenal's only other link with a club is that they have a talent sharing agreement with Inverness Caledonian Vissel, which seems like a waste of time. It's a bit like being in school and having an agreement in place with the class idiot that you get to copy his homework. Yeah, it's not really that clever a plan when he hasn't passed an exam since he was 4. I mean, come on, who exactly do the Gunners want from Inverness? What, a 34-year-old Killian Sheridan? I mean, what about 22-year-old midfielder Lewis Longstaff, who came through at Newcastle and yet weirdly is not related to Matty or Sean? That must be weird. 3 Longstaffs at the same club, eating pie and cookies in the canteen. I haven't seen that many Longstaffs in a room since my uncle's poker nights. Traumatic memories. But go on then, Arsenal don't really have any players they'd want from either club, but I'll just say Colorado goalie Marco Ilic. He's 25 years old, being capped by Serbia once. He wouldn't be a terrible number 3 goalie. Right? Aston Villa Vissel Code 1 Mata. Yeah, this is weird. Aston Villa recently struck up a collaborative partnership with V Sports' own club, Japanese team Vissel Kobe, a team most famous for chucking stupid money into Andres Iniesta's mouth ever since he quit Barcelona. They are that Asian club who prevented Iniesta from finishing his career as a proud one-club man. Honestly, they're a bit like that annoying homewrecker who manages to make a committed family man, split from his wife when he's nearly 80 years of age. I mean, when you are that old, to a point where you probably need help operating a toothbrush, what's the point in change? There is only one player of Vissel Kobe who I think will be worth poaching by Villa, and that is Juan Mata, who weirdly was given the number 64 shirt. Bit disrespectful, that. It's about like someone managing to persuade Justin Timberlake to turn up to your dinner party and then making him eat a steak on the toilet as there's no more chairs. Listen, I know Mata is 35 years old and a bit of a burnt out sludge pipe, and it probably makes 0 sense signing him when Philip Coutinho can't get in the team, but Villa are in the Europa Conference League. If they are serious about winning this thing, then I think a world champion who has won 8 different cup competitions, including the Champions League and Europa League, his experience will come in handy in the later rounds, right? I mean, by comparison, someone like Jacob Ramsey has all the experience of a blind frog. I mean, he probably only ordered his passport last year. Honestly, a 5-month loan deal from Mata. He wouldn't play much, and it'd be a bit like when you signed an ancient Robert Pires for a few weeks, but I think he'd be handy. Bournemouth FC Lorient Timo Bakayoko. Yeah, so Bournemouth are owned by Black Knight FC, who own a significant minority share in Lorient FC in France, a team currently running 16th in the League 1, so they're not exactly a squad stuffed with talent. Weirdly, they've got a high-profile left-back who's currently trying to sue Man City for £10 million. Bournemouth could have him at their club in 10 seconds, but I would imagine it would be insanely risky for a Premier League club. I would like someone with a huge profile inviting Russell Brand out for lunch. Yeah, I mean, you won't get 5 minutes to do your chicken salad without a paparazzi sticking you on a tabloid front page with a cartoon devil horns and post on your head. I'll go for Timo Bakayoko, an absolutely forgotten man, but he's still a 29-year-old midfielder who has played for Monaco, Chelsea, AC Milan, Napoli, France. He's not a complete putting snowman with the first touch of a dead elephant. As a low-key loan move in the second half of the season, he'd be a decent backup option on the bench, right? I mean, come on, anybody who costs £40 million at any point in their lives would not be turned away by the Cherries. Even Zinedine Zidane, at 51 years old, would probably still be given 15-minute cameos for Bournemouth in the Cups. Brighton, Union Saint-Gilloise, Anthony Morris. We know that Brighton and Belgian side Union Saint-Gilloise are both owned by Tony Blue. And if I had done this video 6 months ago, the outstanding answer would be Victor Boniface, a 22-year-old Nigerian forward. But now he's gone to Bayer Leverkusen instead. Union SG don't really have any stars at the minute, but I'll go with 33-year-old goalie Anthony Morris. Yeah, I know, with a name like that, he sounds like a middle-aged electrician from Cork who probably hates his kids, but no, he is a 33-year-old goalie who's played over 100 games in just 3 years at the club. He has over 60 caps for Luxembourg, who are one of the most improved minnows in world football over the last 5 years. I should know. We lost to them at home. I still have nightmares. I think Morris would be a decent third choice goalie for Brighton. Right? Burnley, Dundee United, Kai Fotheringham. Okay, so this isn't official yet, but apparently Burnley's ownership group ALK Capital are exploring talks with Dundee United about entering into a talent sharing agreement. If that happens soon, then this would be the perfect chance for Vincent Company to kidnap Kai Fotheringham. The kid is a 20-year-old winger who's recently exploded. He was playing for Stirling Albion in League 2 last season, but now he's climbing up the Scottish leagues, and he's now netted 6 goals in just 7 starts in the Scottish Championship. He's been called into the Scotland under-21 squad, where he gets to play alongside Liverpool's starlet Ben Doak. There is a lot of buzz about this kid right now. Sure, they'd be worth a punt instead of Vincent Company, you know, repeatedly stalking Anderlecht. Chelsea, Strasbourg, Abakar Sila. Look, Chelsea's feeder club used to be Vissel and Hem, but they've since been replaced by Strasbourg, who were purchased by Blueco in the summer for £65 million. Lads, it's weird. Patrick Vieira is an absolute Arsenal legend, and yet in his management career, he's been hired by the sister clubs of both Man City and Chelsea. Bit weird. But listen, Strasbourg are struggling, 15th league on, with Vieira's management career completely stagnating. But if there's one player to look at for Chelsea, it would be 20-year-old Ivory Coast international centre-back Abakar Sila, who, to be fair, only just joined Strasbourg for €20 million from Club Brugge in the summer. But I mean, it was only 6 months ago. This is a highly rated defender linked with Barcelona. I guarantee you, Chelsea scouts will be fixated upon this guy to such an extent where one of them is probably creeping around his apartment, writing love notes on the wall. Chelsea will sign Sila soon. I am sure of it. Todd Bowley loves a new centre-back. Crystal Palace, Lyon, Alexander Lacazette. I still find it so bizarre how Crystal Palace have a sister relationship with Lyon. You know, the historically huge French giants. Imagine going back 20 years when Palace were struggling in the Championship, whilst Lyon were winning their 7th league title in a row and on course to reach a Champions League semi-final. Imagine predicting that these two clubs would have any sort of relationship. It would be like predicting me to become best buddies with Will Smith. Listen, Lyon are having a hopeless, awful season. They're still in the league on relegation zone. Not sure how Fabio Grosso has survived. Maybe the owners just feel sorry for him because he's had actual bricks lobbed at his head. Listen, there is still plenty of talent in this Lyon squad. I consider 23-year-old midfielder Maxime Kakare, who would be a perfect addition for Palace. Such an upgrade on Will Hughes. But I mean, don't even mention 20-year-old wonderkid winger Ryan Cherky. He's got the world at his feet. Asking him to move to Crystal Palace would be like asking Mariah Carey to work on a bog in Sligo, just shoveling manure into a tractor. I will go with Alexander Lacazette, a beefcake striker who's only 32, spent 5 years living in London, so he's permanently proven, and oh yeah, last season just so happened to net 31 goals in 39 games. It was only 2 seasons ago he was scoring 17 goals in a single season at Arsenal. This man does not get the credit he deserves. Some people unfairly assume he was an overpriced Gunners flop, just a bloated teddy bear, but I'm sorry, his end of season numbers were 17, 19, 12, 17, and, okay, 6. But put respect on his name. Palace have needed a quality centre forward since the damn Ice Age. So can you imagine Roy Hodgson offering him an escape from his nightmare relegation battle in France to return to England's capital? I guarantee you that option would make him drool all over his morning croissant. Everton, Genoa, Albert Gudmundsson. Many people are confused why Everton voted against this ban because they don't have any sister club. Yeah, at the minute. Their potential buyers, 777 Capital Partners, are looking to close in on a deal to buy a 94% stake in the club. And guess what? That company have a 99.9% share in Genoa, 70% share in Vasco da Gama, 64% in Hertha Berlin, and 100% stakes in both Standard Liège and Paris's Red Star. They've also got a 15% stake in Sevilla and a minority share in Melbourne Victory. So where do you want to start? There's cheat codes everywhere you look. Part of me thinks that Vasco da Gama's Dimitri Payet will be absolutely sizzling for the toffees. But let's be real, he's 36 years old and clearly addicted to pizza. If James Rodriguez, a playmaker with twice the career of Payet, if he was a forgettable Met signing for Everton, then Payet would probably be more of a waste of time than any Neighbours episode. I'll go with stealing from Genoa, a mid-table Serie A team. And their player attracting all the attention of us right now is Icelandic attacking midfielder Albert Gudmundsson, who, to be fair, is 26, so he's not exactly a young gun secret, but he's pacey, direct, netted 14 goals for Genoa in Serie B last season, and currently has 7 in 14 games now. If Sean Dyche could steal him on a dodgy loan, would be worth a punt. Man City, Genoa, Arno Martinez. Lad, Man City have more feeder clubs than I've had home-cooked meals this year, but it just so happens that the most prominent one is right now is top of La Liga. And still, Man City's squad is so jam-packed with world talent that it's still tough trying to pick any Girona player who'd actually make their squad. Even though they're above Real Madrid and Barcelona in the table. I mean, what do you think Pep Guardiola would do with Daily Blind? Just ask him to make the team scrambled egg on toast on away trips? I'll go with Arno Martinez, who is a versatile 20-year-old defender who can play either right back or centre back. He's currently linked with Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Man United. Good replacement for Kyle Walker, right? Man United needs Kevin Thuram. Remember back in the Fergie days when Man United would treat Belgian club Royal Antwerp like their pet dog, just feeding them scraps from the dinner table? Strange feeder clubs abroad are exactly how we get the likes of John O'Shea and Ryan Shawcross playing in Belgium. Belgium. But no, when Jim Ratcliffe acquires his stake in Man United, they will have a direct link to his niece in France. And no, not in a Jimmy Savile way. This will give them a clear run at either ex-Barcelona centre-back Jean-Claire Todibo, who's only 23 and in the France squad, or Lilian Thuram's son. Forget the fact his daddy was a legend. Kefren Thuram is 22 years old and one of the most sought-after box-to-box midfielders in Europe. This would be a proper midfield signing for the future, instead of, you know, greasy one-tournament wonders from Morocco. Newcastle Al Hilal Ruben Neves. The reason this vote even took place is because of Newcastle United and the direct links to the Saudi Pro League. Listen, I could go mental here and say that the Geordies should sign Neymar on a 6-month loan, although I think that move would melt everybody's brain. There'd be protests outside St. James's Park as if this is a Super League all over again. Twitter would be filled with dramatic people screaming, "Oh, this is the day I stop following football. The game is dead." Ironically, I don't even think Neymar would work in this Newcastle team, which is built on work ethic and zero ego. Ruben Neves is the obvious pick. Sandro Tonali is suspended for 10 months. Neves is a brilliant Portuguese central midfielder whose decision to quit Europe and snub a dream move to Barcelona to instead type a 47 million move to Al Hilal, a bit depressing. Seeing him return to the Premier League so quickly would be refreshing. A bit like when David Beckham first joined AC Milan after his brief American honeymoon. Neves would be an absolutely brilliant midfield signing for Newcastle. Make it happen. Joe Linton, Bruno and Neves. Make it happen. Nottingham Forest, Olympiacos, Daniel Podence. Okay, I know Daniel Podence is still officially a Wolves player who's on loan at Olympiacos. But all owner Evangelos Marinakis has to do is turn that loan move into a permanent one in January. And suddenly, Nottingham Forest have a cheat code in their midfield. I was shocked Wolves let Podence go, because I've always thought this Portuguese playmaker has absolutely sizzling technique. He's a quality player. He's 28, has already scored 5 goals in 8 league games in Greece this season. I remember when he absolutely ran the show at the Emirates during lockdown. He's quality. And I'm sorry, but Forest having both him and Morgan Gibbs-White together in the same midfield again would be delicious to watch. But seeing them both link up again, it would surely make Wolves fans cry. Sheffield United beer shot Apostolos Contemptopoulos. I don't know, area of Sheffield United's feeder club beer shot in Belgium. I don't know, 21-year-old Greek centre-back Apostolos Contemptopoulos might be worth a go in the Blade squad, I guess. West Ham, Sparta Prague, Lucas Haraslin. Yeah, West Ham and Sparta Prague as their sister club, but do the Czech team really have anybody that the Hammers want right now? Maybe 27-year-old winger Lucas Haraslin, who to be fair has 7 goals in 10 league games this season. He looks pretty decent, I suppose, and maybe might be a good player to have for squad depth in the Europa League. Maybe, yeah. I guess? Anyway, that's if you want. Let me know, what player do you want from your associated clubs? Let me know, what players do you want? Let me know. What cheat code do you want to pull? Let me know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, but as always, I'll talk to you in a while.